That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Avoiding the tackle, Bernard. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Now Rashad Penny. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Buying time to his left. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3. What? Ready? 52. It's on field. It's on field. Hey, it's our house. 52 is the mic right here, over there, Mike. 52. Alert. Get him.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. This time Wilson will throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to the best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Hands up. Here we go. Here we go. 368. Hey.
Dalton here from the gun. He completes it to Boyd. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Bengals' 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's get it. Quick, 190. Watch the screen. Pass. Check nickel. He alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. A reminder, coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 54.
Andy Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Regular. 56. Mike, we go. 93, 52, 93, 46.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Watch out. Nice. Check.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Petty. And some space here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
So don't say nothing. Move. 2 by 2. Move. Check 24. Watch
passing. It's Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
368.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Go.
Hey, Haywood. Heavy.
From the gun, Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Penny, a 1st down carry, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
19.
Hatchet.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught by C.J. Prosise. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Vigil came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins got home that time. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And out now, here come the Bengals. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is what I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Markevius Mingo. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final act of the first half. Dalton, he's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half begins with a run from Penny. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Penny. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run with Penny, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
At their own 20-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Regular.
Throwing, Dalton. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Bengals.
Check 56. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, here we go, 10.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Right there, 56. Target. Mark 56. Heavy. Check me out. No.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton dancing to his left. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44. Here we go. Hey, March 7.
Check 56. Hey, here we go.
Regular. 368.
From midfield here, Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
3rd and 13.
Something's wrong.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sean Williams. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 50.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
What? 52 right here. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now it's Penny running right. And he's got room. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Rashad Penny, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Double dog. That's the way. Check.
2-by-2. Move.
Dalton here from the gun. Flush to his right. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now.
56 is the mic.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go play action now. Wilson looking deep for Jennings. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you, you're taking charge.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw to the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust, because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Jones. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Here's Penny on the counter. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was looking for Daniels that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
What? 380. 52's the mic. I'm here all day.
Now it's Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Nice.
Me and you all day, all day.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44.
All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Move. 368.
Throwing on second and long. Dalton eluding the pressure right. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Flushed out right. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Regular. Kill, go, 368.
Second and 10. Dalton once more. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Motion. 56.
Go, can.
Third down. A shot here for Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
52, 93, 44. Here we go. Bravo.
What we got? Mike 56.
They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton got a man. It's Ross. Complete. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Go. Go.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
What? 52. Rip right.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
How many of y'all came to win?